Hello, everyone. Happy, amazing Monday to each and every person. I am Dr. Sharon, educator, author, entrepreneur, and speaker, and compiler and contributing author of this awesome anthology, Women Who Lead. And tonight I'm joined by two amazing contributing authors, Nekia Foxx and Devay Campbell. I am so excited to be here. And I'm just going to start right off by just sharing a little bit about each one of them and give them an opportunity to then say who they are and tell a little bit about what they do. So first, I have Devay Campbell, and those of you who was with us on the first episode airing of this, she was here, but we had a little technical difficulties. And so I wanted to give her an opportunity to have a clean slate of her interview. So she's back with us, and I'm so excited about that. And then we also have Nekia Foxx. She is new here, the first time here, so I'm excited about that. And she will also share who she is and give a little bit about her business as well. So now I'm going to just stop right now to say thank you for those of you who are joining us live, as well as on Facebook, and those of you who have clicked on the link and are joining us via Zoom. So if you have any questions, please feel free, type them in. We're going to be monitoring and we're going to be asking all the way until 7:30. So thank you. So I'm going to let the lady say hello to you, and we're going to start with Devay Campbell to introduce herself, tell her about her business, and then we're going to go to Miss Nekia Foxx, and she will do the same. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Devay Campbell, career coach and business mentor. So what I do, simply put, is help people get the job of their dreams or make money with the knowledge that they already have. I'm super excited to be a part of the book, and I am happy you guys are watching. If you're watching a replay, then welcome as well.
Okay, Nekia, you can please introduce yourself as well.
Me? Hello, everyone. My name is Nekia Foxx from Nekia Foxx & Company, where I help amazing, successful women truly reach their goals by making extra income through their gifts, by reclaiming their time, and also by loving the lives that they've created. So really getting them in the mindset of transforming from the inside out. So I'm so ecstatic and grateful to be here this evening. It's such an honor to be a part of Women Who Lead. So this is going to be great tonight, you guys. Get ready.
Thank you so much. And first, so I'm going to start out with just talking a little bit about all the fantastic things that you ladies are doing in your own lives, in your own businesses. Nekia, I know you consider yourself the transformational engineer. I love that. And you talk really about not just transforming the style and the beauty, but you really look at the physical, the mental, the health and wellness. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, basically, I've been a stylist for over 17 years, and, dealing with women from all aspects of life, I've met, I feel like every type of woman. And I really came to the point that I thought it was so important to see women truly enjoy the totality of their lives. So it comes from an inward standpoint. Everything that we are needing is inside of us. So I truly got to the point throughout my journey where it was like, everything I'm looking for is truly inside of me. Let me cultivate, let me develop my personal strength so that I'm able to utilize them as needed so that I can make a difference in the world. And I started through the chair, and it got to the point that so many clients were coming just to have conversations in the chair. So I was like, you know what, Lord, I see what you're doing. This is my divine assignment. So it's not just hair. I'll go ahead and I'll take it on, and being able to truly transform women from the inside out, allowing them to truly enjoy every aspect of their life. So we get down to the root of who they are. We allow them to understand what's their highest self, and also be able to maximize their gifts so that we can create multiple streams. And all of that comes from the inside. So it's all about transforming from the inside out.
Awesome. And so, are you a practicing cosmetologist now, or you just?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I currently own a salon downtown Orlando, so I'm a practicing cosmetologist as we speak.
Okay, that is awesome. And so, talk to me just a little bit about that, because you actually have an engineering background, a degree in civil engineer. Is that correct?
Yes, I have a construction engineering degree and a civil engineering degree. So basically, you know, I have a construction company. It's called FX Construction. So when I started in construction, I did that for several years. And then it was to the point where I said, you know, allow me to be more expressive. And I went into the hair industry. So what I did was I took all of those engineering skills, all of that, breaking it down, taking the concepts from the root, building a game plan. I took all of those skills and I utilized them in every single gift that I had. So hair got to be, it was an extension of my engineering as well. I get to take something from here in my mind, see the vision for a customer or client, and bring it forth. And I use those same skills as I would do with building a house or a building, in bringing a woman's vision to life, as far as her look, her image, as far as bringing her to a point of truly getting to root and creating a foundation of who she is, and also for building multiple streams of income from their gifts as well. So I take those same engineering skills and use that in all my extensions.
Awesome. Just awesome. And Devay, I'm going to go to you because you also do a little transformation as far as careers, Devay. And so I don't know what happened. So maybe she'll come back on. So it's okay. Remember, guys, we are live, so technical difficulties will happen. So hopefully she'll pop back on. So I'm going to continue on with you, Nekia. So and you are in Florida, and you were born and raised in Florida. FAMU graduate, is that correct?
Rattler all day long.
I love it. My supervisor would love it. She's a FAMU graduate as well. So how then have, you just shared how all of those skills that you have as a professional engineer, you've taken it in your cosmetology, you're taking it in your stylist. How has that helped you be the woman to lead in all of those industries?
You know what? It all boils down to accountability. When I'm using my skills, I'm accountable for the gifts that God has given me. So being able to utilize them every single day, being able to touch others, it has allowed me to be able to go inside myself and continue to go deeper, because there is no destination in transformation. It's a continuous glory to glory. So you are continually transforming, becoming more and more the person that you've already been destined to be. So it's a continuation process, and doing it every single day, impacting the lives of women woman after woman, has allowed me to truly be accountable for my transformation process every single day. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to truly get to know myself through getting to utilize my gifts through helping others.
That's awesome. So who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is, cliche, since I was a parapreneur, so I went from having a corporate job and going out into entrepreneurship. My ideal client is a woman that has tried out, she's been doing corporate for she's been doing corporate for at least 5 to 10 years. She's got to the point where she's like, I've climbed up the ladder. I know it has to be more. It's something in the inside of me that's telling me, it's to the point that it irritates her. It's telling her that it's more that she is to do. She's gotten somewhat complacent and uncomfortable with being in the stable position that she's in now. So she's ready to take her gifts to the next level, ready to take her talents and also her skill sets to the next level. So when she comes to me, she actually has utilized several aspects of her professional career to the point that now we can figure out how can she utilize those for herself in growing a brand and a business and being able to help others in those same skill sets. So I would say it's a professional woman that is at the point that she knows it's more for her life, and she wants to do whatever, and she's ready to do whatever it takes to get to that next level within herself and within her gifting.
Wow, that is awesome. So how long have you actually, and I didn't realize you actually started in corporate. And so how long was it before you let corporate go and you started doing your own thing, whether that was the cosmetology, the construction, or the stylist? Because you got the hustle going on.
You know what? It was about after 5 years for me. And after meeting several CEOs and meeting them and seeing, if this is, it's several employees that were very high up the ladder. I was coming into construction, being in project management, being over individuals that were twice my age, and then getting to the point and looking at what it looks like to be at the top. And most of those individuals were not happy. And I was, me coming in, I said, you know what, it has to be more. I know I cannot repeat this within my career for the next 30 years and not feel fulfilled. I was doing the job, I was making the money, I had the dream position, but I was not happy. So it took about 5 years of doing it and saying, you know what, I'm going to revisit this at a later time, but right now I need to go inward and see if I can express my other gifts that I have.
Wow, that is just absolutely phenomenal. And what would you say, and before we get into your chapter title and what your chapter is, just a little bit, what would you say to that parallelpreneur? Because first of all, I'm an advocate for the parallelpreneur, and I know that it is a definite calling for those of you who go out and just say, hey, I'm leaving corporate behind. I'm moving forward in my passion. I'm walking in my own truth and doing what I want to do. But what would you say to that parallelpreneur? They're doing their grind on their 9 to 5, and then they're hustling and grinding after work hours to get their passion started. What message would you have for them?
I would basically tell any parallelpreneur to get a strategic plan as far as what all they would like to do, as far as their career, their professional and entrepreneurship wise. Figure out what all have you not utilized while you're being in a corporate setting. So figure out if you're trying to buy a house, if you're trying to max out different streams of, loans and extensions of your credit. Get everything that you need, get all the connections, master everything, and get everything you need out of corporate America before you leave. So be very strategic while you're there, so that when it's a reason for you having the connections and the network of individuals, because if those are going to be your future clients, you have access to all of those people right there. So start to network, start to get everything as far as if you want to own a home, get all that, the things that you need to already prove your valid income and time, get all that out the way, so that when you go into entrepreneurship, it's nothing that corporate owes you. Also, you've maximized your network while you're there. You maximize your connections while you're there. So when you leave, it's only an extension of you being able to now become a consultant or to offer them services from what you currently did before. So it really will be just coming up with a strategic plan while you're in corporate America, so it's not such a drudge. When I get with clients and they're like, oh my goodness, I want to leave. Well, make sure you get all that you need to get. My motto is always, it sounds a little, rough, but pimp yourself while you're there, so that you can get all that you need from that position and that atmosphere. So when it's not so, most people when they know why they are doing what they're doing while they're there, it's so much more beneficial, so that the stress of it leaves. It's so much more intentional. The atmosphere is there, and also the results come from utilizing your space, your current space, while you're in that particular setting. So just get a game plan. Strategically figure out who all you need to meet while you're there, what all you need to get from provable income status while you're there, and employment-wise. Get a strategic game plan to move forward, so it can grow your extension of your network while you're in that particular position.
Okay, awesome. And welcome back, Devay.
Hello there.
Welcome back. Yes, so we have Devay Campbell. So Devay, what I need for you to do is just share with all of our viewers what it is that you do. You are the CEO and founder of Career 2 Cents, but you also do many, many different things as far as careers go. So please share what you do.
Okay, so yes, I am the founder and CEO of Career 2 Cents, and Career 2 Cents is a career coaching and consulting company. And so what I do there is just help people really as far as careers, some people have no idea what they want to do, and that's fine. So I'll do some career discovery. A lot of people that I work with are in transition from one place to another, either from career to a job or from job to job or from career to career. So we just really look at the entire person and try to decide what is the best strategy for you to move forward. I'll also help you with some of your marketing tools, like your resume and your cover letter. That's very important to making that next step. So on the other hand of it, at first I used to have more career clients, and then all of a sudden my business clients started really changing the atmosphere. I'm finding a lot of women in particular are really wanting to start businesses. And so most of the people that I work with are career professionals, as well as they have, a side business or a side hustle, as you may call it, or even just a full-fledged business. So I tend to work with the dual entrepreneurs as well, just to help them monetize some of the information, some of the knowledge they gain from corporate, or their hobbies, or just the interest or passion, something that they've always wanted to do, to keep additional streams of income flowing in from work and other sources as well.
Okay. So, and I'm not sure, and I'm trying to think if you have this in your chapter. If you do, then let me know. We won't have to talk about it. But I know that you started a Uber-like company for children many years ago. You had the foresight to do this, a little kitty cab. And so I don't know if that's part of your story, but if it's not, or even if it is, can you tell us just a little bit? Because I think it was brilliant, your mindset that many years ago, that you would do that. So tell us what you can.
Okay. What I will tell you is that anyone looking to start a business, all you have to do is identify a problem. Business owners are problem solvers. And what I noticed then, I started my very first job in the summer, and my very first full-time job in a child care center. And I do touch on it a little bit in my chapter, really just talking about maximizing the skills you already have, which is what I help people to do now. But I didn't have a degree back then. I was a teen mother, and I worked in a child care setting because that's what I knew how to do, right? I had a child. And so in working in that setting and then moving on, having other friends with children, what I realized is that a lot of people didn't have transportation, and a lot of the daycare centers didn't have transportation. And as a mother, I was very protective as who picked up my child and who took her to and fro. And so what I decided to do was just to fill a gap and create that service. So I had children going to and from daycare, from high school age, going to the grandparents' house, to the hairdresser, to dance classes, you name it. They really did trust me. And so I was able to just leverage that experience in child care and being a mother myself and gain the trust of other people. And I ended up getting a lot of contracts with child care centers too, because it was a win-win, because they would lose children if the parent didn't have transportation. So I just offered them a solution to retain the child that they had, do a contract with me, and I will provide the transportation. So I did talk about it a little bit in my chapter, but that's pretty much what I did.
And I brought that up because even then, and like you said, you didn't have a degree. This was many years ago. You were still leading. And that's really the point that I want to make out of this book, because leadership is not the title. It's not about the title. It's about what you do and the influence that you have. And so that's the one thing that I love about all of these contributing authors, that in the space where we all are, we did not just become leaders. We've been leading no matter where we are. And so that's the beauty of it. So now I want to go to the chapters, and Nekia, I'm going to start with you, and then we'll go back to Devay. But tell us if you've named your chapter, if you've finalized that, because we know we have a few days for finalizing things. But if you finalize your chapter title, let us know what that is. And then tell us what the theme of your chapter is, without, giving away, of course, all of the nuggets.
Well, you know what? The title of my chapter is Triumph Under Pressure. And being a leader, you have to be accustomed to a certain level of pressure. And throughout life, I found out, through different type of levels upon levels, that when I embrace the pressure, so much more comes forth that I didn't know was within myself. So through that chapter, I go ahead and tell you about what looked like what was supposed to be my weakest, lowest moment of losing it all, how God truly transformed my life and took me from one company when I had to shut everything down to blessing me endlessly with multiple businesses, through just learning how to triumph over pressure, being able to optimize and really maximize everything about that season that I was in. And when we can look at perspective of things, it will truly change your life. When you're going through the type of perspective, it totally changes the outcome. And it's all about that embrace, because, just thinking of the olive has to be pressed. It has to be, taken down to its lowest to get the oil out of it. When we're going through life and we're going from level to level, how we deal with the level of pressure is going to determine the anointing, or it's going to also determine the level of excellence that comes forth during that season. So it's all about women truly embracing and triumphing under pressure, because that's when your best self comes forth every single time. Devay, do you hear me?
I do.
Okay, I'm sure we're live, so let's proceed and keep going in. Okay, there we go.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I had it muted, so I'm sorry, but I wanted to go back to one of the comments that a viewer actually shared for you and Devay, Monica Jackson Buxton. She said, Nekia and Devay, you are both very inspiring. You have my wheels turning. My next step is 5 months away when I finish my doctoral degree. Thank you for sharing. And that's what it's all about. We don't tell our stories for us. We tell it so that others may catch that fire and be inspired to do whatever it is they want to do. So, and Monica, so thank you for sharing that. We do appreciate that. So, Devay, let's go to you. So tell us your wonderful title, and then give us the common theme of your chapter.
Okay. So my title, first of all, is Dreams Do Not Expire. And that's been kind of my theme for the entire year. And I named my chapter that because throughout my chapter, I do share some things like I didn't have a degree and then I was a teen mom, but I also talk about how I started my first business. And then also on the corporate side of things, because I am a career coach, I think it's really, really important for me to share with individuals some of my career journey. Because when I tell you, yes, you can go back to school no matter how old you are, or sure, you don't have to get locked into this position. You can change positions, or you can change and transition, or that no doesn't mean like a not ever. It's just a not right now. That I talk about some of those things that I haven't really shared before. And I'll just give a little tidbit. It's kind of when I really wanted a position, for instance, and it was a trainer, and I was training everyone in the organization pretty much in North Carolina. But when the position came up, my supervisor picked up the phone and right in front of me just offered it to another person, and I didn't get a chance to apply. And I was broken. But I had to sit and say, are you ready the next time? If something comes up, are you ready? And can you create your own situation out of this and not sit around and wait on the next time? What can you do? And so those things I think are very important. So right now I feel like I am living my best life. I'm living my dreams, but I'm 44 years old. So it's not like I'm 20, or 30 even. And it just took some time for me to get to where I am now. But one thing about it is I've always wanted to be here, and now I'm here. And I think on the last interview I shared just sitting in the hair salon looking at Essence and seeing other career advice from other people. And I was saying, well, I wonder how did they get in here? And then to see my own career advice in essence, like on the wall behind me is the May 2017 issue, the Stay Woke issue. And my advice is in there. I would not have, I wanted it, but I couldn't really see it at that time. And so now, everything coming full circle, I just want people to understand that it's just never too late. There's no age limit on it, and dreams don't expire.
That is so powerful, and I truly get filled, like tears almost, when I hear you talk about that, because your words and Nekia, your journey, you just don't know the impact that, we're having on the individuals that are out there who are trying to make it. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that came out of this book was not only we're celebrating our achievements, but we're also sharing the struggles and the challenges and the obstacles, because we don't get forward without challenges. We just don't. It doesn't happen. And if people portray that, they're not honest and they're not being transparent, because there are challenges that's going to come. And so that's one of the beauties of this, that I have all of these extraordinary women who are doing extraordinary things. But yes, we have come across challenges, we've come across obstacles, but we overcame them, and that's the beauty of it. So ladies, in our last few minutes, I want you to just think about, and I always say that, think about that young girl, that middle school student, that high school student, that female in college, who right now doesn't know which direction they're going. Because if you think back to where you were at that time, what would be your message to them as a woman who leads? What would be your message to these young ladies that are coming behind us and will have that same fire and same passion as we have now? Devay, I'll start with you, and then Nekia, you can follow.
Okay. So what I would say to the young lady is simply that dreams do not expire. And no matter where you are now, sometimes you have to get around people that stretch you a little bit, that might make you uncomfortable. You may not always be the smartest person in the room, and that's okay. It's to your benefit. And I want to just kind of piggyback off what Sharon said, which is you don't have to have the title of leader. A lot of the characteristics of a leader come from within, and you don't have to have anyone following you. Sometimes a leader stands on its own. So when you don't have, a ton of friends, or you don't have people pushing you on saying, hey, you can do this, you can do it. You have to reach within and find that way to do it. And again, you could be 34, you could be 44, 54, 64. If you just keep being patient, consistent, diligent, showing up, and keep dreaming, it will happen. It will happen.
That's funny you say that, because that's my chapter title, The Leader Within. Definitely, and that's my push. And I always say that to anyone that I mentor and coach. Before you have the title, you are a leader, and you have to believe that, and you have to own that. And
you do. I have one that says the leader in the mirror. It's a workshop that I do. The leader in the mirror.
Yes, absolutely. So Nekia, what would be your message?
My message to anyone that is, a young girl or anyone that's coming up in the process would be truly focus on your internal. If you focus on your internal growth, your internal power, just who you are as a person, because you're going to need it throughout your process. The most pivotal aspect of being a leader or a person that truly is self-confident is a person that knows who they are. So when you're going in environments that are uncomfortable, or it seems as though you're not necessarily received, you don't change anything about you. That's not your key to change anything about you. It's to hold on to who you know you are. So when your relationship is together, you're centered, you stand on your principles, and you are the aspirin to what the world needs. You provide a solution to everything around you. Then they're going to come looking for you. You won't have to look for it. Be the need that the world is looking for. So just focus on internal growth, internal power, and knowing exactly who you are. And don't waver. Let your yeses be your yeses and your no's be your no. And I guarantee you, everything that comes your way is only designed to turn out for your good.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And viewers, those of you who are watching live, those of you that may watch the replay, you have to know that when you read these ladies' chapters, and this is just 2 of them. How about that? We have close to 30 amazing women from across the country represented in this book. And so when I tell you, you have to know that it's going to be some breakthroughs reading this book. So I am just so honored. I'm so humbled that you guys are joining me in this. And viewers, please, all you have to do is stay in tune with us at womenwholeadanthology.com. Sign up for the subscription so that any updates we get, you will get as well. We are planning to release this book in January 2018. We will be taking pre-orders very soon. Probably late November, early December, we'll be ready to take pre-orders. And so I would just say, whichever lady that resonates with you, find them. Stay connected. In a few minutes, they'll be able to give you their contact information. And follow them. And when we're ready to pre-order that book, make sure you reach out to these ladies and pre-order your book from them. Also, we want to make sure that you know of our book signings. We are planning a book tour 2018, so you want to stay abreast of that information. Nekia, if you would start with your contact information, and Devay, if you would please follow.
Yes, hello. So my website is NekiaFoxx.com. All of my social media handles are Nekia Foxx, very simple, NekiaFoxx. And if my email address is info@NekiaFoxx.com. So I look forward to seeing you and also being able to be in contact with you. Blessings.
Devay.
All righty. So awesome. You can find me on LinkedIn is where I like to connect with individuals, and Facebook as Devay Campbell Career Coach. The best way to look at everything that I have to offer is at my website, DevayCampbell.com. Thank you.
Ladies, I am so honored that you would spend your evening with me and the viewers tonight to just share just a little bit about who you are, what you do, and a little bit about your chapter. Again, guys, Women Who Lead Anthology, we are on Facebook at Women Who Lead Anthology, at WWL Anthology, I apologize, and also Twitter and Instagram at the same, WWL Anthology. So please follow us. Also next week we have more contributing authors that will be on to share who they are and share their story, and I think we have 2 more weeks of them. So we're actually be going into November. And so all we want to say is just make sure you stay with us so that when this book is released, you'll be right with us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Devay, Nekia, I say thank you and I appreciate you. So good night, Facebook. Good night, Zoom. Good night, all of you who are checking us out on the replay as well. So have a wonderful night.
All right, good night.
Good night.